find the version that we had launched back in January of 2009. What I'm going to talk about today is actually a special update to that research. We do the Trust Barometer again, once a year. Every January we release the findings. It's typically fielded late in the fall. And last year we wanted to make sure we got clear of the U.S. presidential elections when we did the research. So we fielded it in the late November, early December timeframe, rushed to get the data out in January. And if you recall what was going on back in that time frame, trust was really a pretty hot topic for a lot of different reasons. So not to worry, I'm not about to spoil your lunch with a lot of bad news, but actually we did this special barometer in July to see what's really taken hold, because a lot of companies and a lot of different organizations were trying to make steps to reverse some of the problems that they had had, whether it was bad behavior, bad timing, a lot of things that were happening in the market. So if you look at really just the past 6 months of 2009, there are some familiar faces on this particular page. From the auto industry, you see what's happened with GM. You see Fritz Henderson is the brand new CEO there, really trying to turn things around. In his comment there, trying to improve trust by paying back some of the money that GM has gotten from the government. You see up in the upper right-hand corner, Jamie Dimon kind of leading the way for the financial sector. Again, a number of banks saying, we're going to try as fast as we can to pay back some of that TARP money. And I think in doing so, give themselves some freedom about what they're able to do. But it hit other sectors too. You see up in the upper left, the president of Domino's Pizza. And you'll all recall the bit of an internet social media fiasco that company had to deal with earlier this year, where the U.S. president essentially had to go online 24 hours after a YouTube video was posted with some Domino's employees doing something that they probably shouldn't have been doing, and decided that they put that on YouTube for everyone to see. So again, we see the social media monster coming back to bite us. And then, even in academia, this is an example closer to home, where we see the University of Illinois, where essentially they've had to change over almost their entire board of trustees because of some allegations that the board of trustees were giving some preferential treatment or some directions to the admissions office of who they should admit. And that's really become quite a scandal in our particular area. So a lot of things that have happened just in the past 6 months, but different segments of the marketplace in their own way trying to address the subject of trust, whether it's paying back money, whether it's getting rid of a management team, whether it's sort of bearing their soul on YouTube or on social media. Everybody's trying to do something. This is how things look back in January of 2009. And again, what you see here is a chart going back to 2001. The very left-hand side of the chart, you'll see where things stood around the time of Enron and September 11th, the post-dot-com crash and so forth. You see, for the most part, if you look at the blue bar, you can see that in the U.S., trust was more or less on the increase. The question that we asked each year was, how much do you trust business to do what is right? And that's at the core of the Trust Barometer. And I would